All right. So just to review, we started 4 weeks ago with understanding, with an awareness of the concept of financial thermostat. We have identified the different stages of financial success, and you have identified where you're currently set for. You have also identified which kind of income is okay for you. The following week, we discuss about self-limiting beliefs that have limited your actions, and after that, we talk about what created these self-limiting beliefs and established these thermostats. And so, after awareness, we came to understanding where we were, where we are, and tonight we're gonna talk about. Last week, we talked about the first three wealth files, the wealth files that we need to redesign ourselves to have long-term financial freedom. So to review what we talked about last week, we talk about I create my life versus life happens to me. We talk about I play to win instead of just playing to not lose. We talk about I commit to be free instead of just I want to be free. We talked about tonight we're going to talk about the next four. I focus on opportunities. I focus on building assets. I am bigger than any problem, and I act in spite of fear. So let's move along so we can have an early evening rest tonight before some of you would go back to work. So this is Steve Jobs. You know him. He is a multi-billionaire, passed away already. And this is a miner who has been working for over 20 years and still unable to save. So what is the difference? Rich people focus on opportunities while poor people focus on obstacles. What does that mean? Most of the situation when a poor mentality looks at an opportunity or a project or a product, they often focus on obstacles why they cannot do it, they cannot have it. Whereas the rich person, like in the video earlier, looks at the race car and is motivated to develop himself and to work harder and to find opportunities to be able to afford that race car. So tonight, let's do some examples. So, what are the common reasons that poor and unsuccessful people give as an obstacle why they cannot succeed? One would be I don't have money. Number two, I don't have time. Number three, I don't have network. I don't have market. So they can see the same new skin opportunity, but they will think I don't have. They will focus on obstacles why they cannot be successful. A rich person or a successful person mindset would think he may not have the money, but he says, since I don't have the money, then this is now my opportunity to have more money. This is my opportunity to be more resourceful. I don't have selling skills. Therefore, through this business, I have the opportunity to develop my selling skills. I don't have time. This is my opportunity to be more efficient with my time at work so I can have more time to do my business. I don't have a network. This is my opportunity to compel myself to meet new people and to learn how to establish new prospects and new networks. So it can be the same situation, but what is happening is what's different in the perspective of a poor person and a rich person. So a couple of years into the business, I remember when I was struggling with inviting people. I invite people, but they do not come. So I end up attending the BOM by myself every week for a couple of weeks. And yet, as I was sitting down there, I would see how, well, number one, I had been tempted not to attend the BOM anymore. Instead of attending the BOM, I was tempted to go home. But instead of going home, look at this as an opportunity to learn from the speaker in the BOM so I can present in the future in case my guest is available and there is no BOM at that time. B, it was my opportunity to discipline myself. What was that? What does that mean? If I went home, then I would have made myself lazy and treated myself to rest. But if I had stayed, then I would have, in a way, disciplined myself for not bringing in guests so that in the future I would not accept that I would be there in the BOM without any guests in the future. So I look at that situation as an opportunity to focus on my inviting skills. Eventually, I began to do one-on-ones, and a lot of one-on-ones did not close. I'll think about it. I'm interested. I'll get back to you. So maraming ganon. And so what I did was that when I listened to them, I look at it as an opportunity to understand what are their objections. So now I can have the opportunity to find out from my upline, from the trainings, how to answer each of these objections and situations more appropriately. I have had the experience of training people who were negative and complaining. So they're obstacle to my success. And so I thought about it, and then I realized that this is the Lord's way of giving me an opportunity to learn to become more patient. So, how do you perceive your situations in life will determine your next course of action and the progress that you will have from there. So, rich people focus on opportunities, rewards. Poor people focus on obstacles. If you have a tougher opponent, it is not an obstacle. It is now your opportunity to learn how to beat a tougher opponent. Tonight we have a special guest, sharer. I invited her to share because of her fantastic attitude and mindset when it comes to starting the business and building the business. She is our leader from a province far away where there is a lot of security risks, and yet she was able to succeed and develop together with her husband the business. So tonight, to help us understand more about how successful people focus on opportunities instead of obstacles, I'd like to invite our sharer, Kat Malinaw, our new Emerald Executive, 1 million peso circle member, and new star, to share how she had focused on opportunities instead of focusing on obstacles. Kat, are you here?
Hello. Yes. Hi, John. Good
Hello,
evening.
Kat.
Hello, everyone. Good evening.
Good
Hi.
evening. So, Kat, can you share? Because I
Yeah.
remember distinctly that I see you in Manila, tapos pero you were based in Zamboanga, and you actually lifted a lot of the weight of the business by yourself in Zamboanga initially, and like you shared last time,
Mhm.
hindi si Osbert was at that time not
Okay.
yet on board. So could you please share with us what happened and also what your experiences were in your other businesses on how you focus on opportunities versus in obstacles? Take it away.
Ah, okay. Well, sige. Before anything else, siguro, I'll share a little brief background about myself, no. Well, of course, I'm from Zamboanga City, and my husband and I, we actually own businesses here in Zamboanga. We own gasoline station, uh, restaurant and also salons before. So and I'm also a makeup artist. So when I started this business, I actually started this business. Well, I was introduced into this business around May 2015. How? I was just actually looking for something that I can. I was actually looking for a skincare that I can incorporate to my makeup artistry. So a good friend of mine, which is Fatima Doc Fats Calzado, she introduced the Galvanic Spa. So after that, of course, I fell in love with the Galvanic Spa, syempre. So of course, there's a lot of obstacles during those times. Kasi, one, when it comes to the new skin business, of course, number one, I didn't know much about the business. Then, my mentors or my partners are not here in Zamboanga. And then, I don't have any parang regular events like BOMs that I can just bring in my guests or invites. And then I didn't know how to present also. Um, there were also no trainings here in Zamboanga City. Wala rin ganito, wala ring webinar sessions nung time na yon. And one of my obstacles also was Osbert and my mother were very dream stealers during that time. Uh, how did I overcome that? Well, basically, ang ginawa ko lang talaga nun was, of course, I understood na I really need to learn about it, especially the business part. So what I did, I really invested my time, my effort, and even my money for the airfares, for the travel, para parang halos every month nasa Manila ata ako noon eh. Just to attend the Saturday BOM and the Saturday NDT. My intention during that time to attend the BOM and the NDT para at least kahit paano alam ko kung paano ginagawa dito. Ginagawa dyan sa Manila. Then every time I listen to the trainings or to even to the presentation, I take down notes lang. I take down notes. Bawat slides I took notes ganon. And then even yung mga MMI, the leadership bootcamp, halos lahat ng trainings, I made sure na lumipad ako para to learn about it. Then what else? So when it comes naman kay Osbert, of course that time Osbert was very negative. Actually, hindi naman siguro panghinaan ng loob doon kasi I was just so focused on something na because I already understood what I want to happen in my new skin business. I was just so focused to prove to Osbert na um, parang kumbaga to prove to him na teka lang, antay ka lang. May mararating din ako dito. So I think Osbert saw the difference din naman in me. Like pagdating sa personality ko, I was more extrovert. I was more kumbaga parang friendlier, ganyan. Kasi medyo suplada ako noon. And siguro parang lang, I was just very positive. The businesses, of course, ang daming rejection. Syempre, may dreams here. Even nung time na yun, may attrition na rin ako kasi I had partners, tas nawawala din. But I was just really very, very positive na if I'll really work hard on this one, the target or yung success na gusto ko, alam ko mararating ko. So, yun. And I'm not sure if John remember this. I remember attending one event in Manila. I think that was just ano nga ba yun? Parang NDT lang ata. NDT ata yun. And then parang after the session, parang John asked me, "Oh, kamusta Kat?" And then I told him na parang I want this. I want this in Zamboanga. Naalala mo ba yun, John? So, parang kaya nun, tinanong ko si John, sabi ko, "Oh, kailan kaya kayo makakapunta ng Zamboanga? Kailan kayo magvi-visit?" So, I guess after that, kahit papaano naman, nakita rin talaga nila yung commitment on my part. So, that was the time that my mentors also committed their time to really teach me the know-how of this business. And of course, during that time, I'm very grateful to my mentor, particularly si Lester, because it was really Lester who patiently taught me this business. Even remember, parang we started, parang we start when it comes to the BOM or the presentation, parang we had a schedule na every Wednesdays mag-Skype meeting kami ni Lester. Tapos magdadala lang ako ng friends or ng invites, and then si Lester yung magpe-present. So, actually, nung time na yun, it was a bit scary on my part kasi syempre, di ba, I'm not so used to it. But it was a very challenging thing for me to do. Pero it also created the urgency sa part ko na parang dapat every Wednesdays, by hook or by crook, may makakausap sila. So that's when I really started na, alam mo, to really push myself na I really have to invite. Para every Wednesdays, kapag nag-Skype meeting kami ni Lester, meron siyang, kumbaga meron akong invites na for him na makakausap. Kasi syempre, I value his time din. And yun lang. Actually, the entire time naman, I was just a very good student. And every time na, every time na I'm being exposed to some events or even to some presentations ng ibang partners, parang I was just very intentional na I really wanted to learn. So I was just observing them, how they do it. So para at least ako, alam ko rin kung paano ko rin gawin sa sarili ko, sa business ko. So,
All right. Kat,
and then what else?
sige, so
Yes.
thank you for sharing that. So unang-una, I think you were already a busy makeup artist and you had a business already at that time, di ba? Tama ba?
Yes. Yes. Actually, when I started New Skin, isa rin yun sa mga kan ko eh. Kumbaga, talagang sobrang busy ako pagdating sa makeup artistry. So, what I did, I also took that opportunity to do New Skin business with my clients. Yun. But when Osbert and I actually decided to really become Ruby Executive and Stars, that was actually the kumbaga parang turning point din namin na parang um, I need to choose which field should I focus on. And I made the decision na alam mo yun, to lay low sa makeup artistry and really focused on our new business. Kasi parang tiningnan ko rin kasi yung, kumbaga naging mindset ko na lang din doon was, kung paghihirapan ko man, which of this vehicle na magiging worth it siya in the end kung sakaling pinaghirapan ko. And of course, obviously naman yung New Skin. So,
Okay.
actually, even now, yung makeup artistry ko, parang sideline na lang siya.
Okay. Kat, you mentioned kanina na wala kang skills, ikaw mag-isa sa Zamboanga, dream stealer yung asawa mo, dream stealer yung nanay mo. How did you finish your executiveship?
How did I finish?
Oo, kasi alam problema eh. Tapos
Honestly, okay. Sige.
Paano ka naging executive?
Sige. Paano naging executive? Well, yung first month ko, actually, my mindset was just more on selling. Parang first 2 months. Mindset ko was more on selling nung time na yon. And I actually bought yung franchise package ng Galvanic Spa. And demo lang ako, half face. Kahit hindi ko pa siya alam paano masyadong i-explain, basta demo lang ako ng demo. And then, nakikita kasi yung results, di ba? Instant naman yung results. So, nakakabenta ako doon. And then, after that, nung expose na ako sa mga trainings, ganon, when I was able to talk to Archie and Lester then, and even Fats, and then they showed me yung possible earnings, diba, possibilities ng earnings. To tell you honestly, di ba sa presentation natin, meron tayong part 1, part 2.
Yes.
What ginagawa ko before, since hindi ko talaga alam paano pa-explain, especially in the business part, nung tayo na yung compensation part, in-explain ko lang yung product part. And then, after that, sa business part ng presentation, wala na, hindi ko na in-explain yon. Ang ginagawa ko na lang, yung parang yung sa papel na 3-way content plan, yung distributor, executive, and leader. Yun na yung pinapakita ko sa kanila. And then later on, nagkakaroon ng sign-ups. Ganun. And,
Congratulations. So, Kat, were there times that you thought of quitting?
when I was starting,
Yeah, I mean, even
of course not. No.
talaga,
No.
kahit
Wala. Kasi, wala naman.
what was on your
Ano?
what was on your mind? Why didn't cross your mind to quit?
Very optimist naman kasi ako eh. Parang, I just keep on telling myself na, may isa lang ako ngayon, but pretty sure 1 year from now, marami na ako. Parang ganon. Alam mo, lagi ako nagsa-self-talk na every time na parang medyo na hindi kasi kwan eh. Ano pinaka-obstacle nung time na yun? Dream stealer, actually, challenge nga ako to prove the people na nag-dream steal sa akin na tama yung ginagawa ko eh. And then, when it comes naman to rejection, kahit paano, hindi na, natatamaan ba ako? Parang hindi rin masyado. Kasi nasanay nga rin ako sa rejection. Kasi 'di ba in makeup artistry, I've been joining na rin kasi yung, what do you call this? Mga wedding fairs. Yun, mas grabe rejection doon kasi may makeup pan ko na and all, tapos hindi pa rin ako kinuha sa makeup artist. So, yun.
Mas mahirap yata ang makeup kaysa
Actually,
sa
wala na.
galvanic demo.
Oo, no, mas masakit yun kasi skills ko pa yung, yung tinatanggihan dun eh. Kumbaga, di ba? Mas
Okay.
mahirap yun. Pero, kung naman, very positive lang. Very positive.
Okay. So, how do you compare yourself now versus when you started? What were the benefits of your decision, of your positive mindset given the difficulties at that time?
Okay. Well, siguro, business-wise, syempre, kumbaga, I've learned a lot. Hindi lang, kumbaga, I've already, kahit pa paano, kung baga, I guess kinailangan kong i-undergo yung process na yon na kahit mahirap, pero kailangan kong matutunan para I can also share my experience to my partners right now. And then, when it comes naman sa amin ni Osbert, well, of course, definitely ang laki rin ng nangyari sa amin ni Osbert kasi 'di ba, as we all know naman na it really helped our marriage din. At least ngayon, 'di ba, parang we have something na that will always kumbaga excite us. Ganun ba? Excite. Ayun.
Okay.
Hello. And of course, actually, well, basically talagang you just become a better person.
Okay. Thank you, Kat, for your sharing. We're looking forward to your star creatorship. I think malapit na. So we'll hear more from you in our future
Thank you.
trainings. Thank you and congratulations for
Okay,
your
thank you.
success so far. Okay, thank you, Kat. So now
Thank
let's
you.
move on and reflect on our own situations with regard to focusing on opportunities instead of focusing on obstacles. So let's spend a few minutes for quiet reflections. So here are some questions that I invite everyone to answer on their own. What challenges have you encountered recently? How do you perceive these challenges as opportunities or obstacles? How can you reframe these challenges to opportunities? Restate your mental language about these situations. So, yung maganda yung sabi ni Kat, may dream stealer, pero yung dream stealer naging motivation so that she can prove to the dream stealers that they are wrong. So, fourth question, how have you been paralyzed before with analysis and preparation? Yung hindi ka pa ready, kaya iniisip mo pa kung ano yung tamang gagawin, tuloy hindi ka kumikilos. Has that happened to you? And in what way were your actions restricted in the past with overthinking? So I invite everyone to answer these questions quietly on your own. We'll have a 5 minute reflection session, and then we will continue to the next wealth file. See you in 5 minutes. We begin finishing up and begin finishing up. Okay, so as I hope you guys are finished. If not, you can continue this later after our webinar. Now, one of the most important parts of this webinar is not so much what we hear from the people speaking, but more importantly, what we process by ourselves in our specific situations. And the our understanding of our situation is better processed when we share it with other people. Stephen Covey calls this three-person sharing. So I'd like to pause for a few more moments to invite a few of you guys, or some of you guys who are uh, willing to share your reflection here in our chat page, or if you want, you can share it by unmuting your mic. If you're a little bit private, you can also send it to me by via private message so that we can you can have an audience for your process. Okay. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to have a declaration. This declaration is designed for us to reprogram ourselves so that we can be more attuned to the wealth files of the rich and wealthy. So the next time that you feel that you are focusing on the challenges and being stumped by the challenges and the obstacles, you have to shout this out. And if you are overthinking and not taking the right action, then you need to shout this out. So put your hands on your heart. Together, three, two, one. I focus on opportunities over obstacles. I get ready. I fire. I aim. I have a millionaire mind. So let's process this for a bit. I focus on opportunities over obstacles. In each situation, look for the opportunity there. Once upon a time, I was stuck in traffic. It was a good thing because the traffic was the opportunity to listen to more CDs. I get ready. I fire. I aim. Why is this relevant? A lot of people, they aim, and they get ready again. So you will never learn how to do it once if you do not fire, because only when you fire would you be able to adjust your execution so that you can be more targeted each time you fire. Okay, one more time. Individually, three, two, one, go. I focus on opportunities over obstacles. I get ready, I fire, I aim. I have a millionaire mind. Okay, let's move on to the next. Rich people. This is Warren Buffett. He said, I made my first investment at age 11. I was wasting my life up until then. Wow. So, uh, if you're not investing, you are wasting your life. That's what Warren Buffett says. So, rich people build assets that create passive income. The middle class focus on earning an income. So, this is where we know that our lifestyle, there are four types of lifestyle, and we decide which type of lifestyle we end up in based on where we focus our attention. So for a long time when I was working, I had earned a huge amount of income. I have money, but I didn't have time. And so no matter how hard I worked in my job, I ended up having less and less time for myself and for my family. So I realized that if there was something better, I would want it. And when I was educated, that there was such a thing as having both money and time. But then, to have that, I needed to build my assets that created passive income. Then I gradually shifted my focus of my time, my energy, my talents to building assets that create passive income. And the reason for this is because I did not want to be busy forever. I wanted to be busy for a while and then let my assets take care of me and my family. So tonight we have another sharer. She is a busy and well respected medical practitioner. Uh, she has, together with her husband, their practice is thriving and they don't have problems with money. But in the past year, we have seen them grow fast, not only to become top salespeople, but also leaders by becoming stars and emerald executives. They qualified together with Silakat in the Dubai incentive trip. So I'd like to invite our dear friend and resident consultant, si Dr. Eileen Matignas, together with her husband Mike, to share their experience of gradually transitioning their focus from just earning a good income to now building assets that create passive income. So, Doc I, can we invite you to join us? Unmute your mic. Hello? Hello, Doc I, are you there?
Hello, hello, hello,
Yes, we can hear you now. Doc I, yan. No, nag-echo. Baka yung kay, if you're with Doc Mike, paki-mute na lang yung mic niya or paki-off na lang yung speaker niya. Hello? Hello? Doc I, are you there? Can you hear
Ayan.
me?
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Yan.
Hello.
Yan, very good.
Ayan. Okay na?
Yes, we can hear you well. Thank you for joining us. Hello?
Yes, sorry, mobile.
Okay lang. Thank you for
Hello?
joining us. Yes.
Teka, papark lang kami para mas malinaw.
Okay.
Okay, sige, go.
Ayan, okay.
Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me na?
Yes, go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Ayun.
Okay, hi. So, I'm Dr. Eileen Matignas. So, I am an OBGYN infertility specialist practicing for more than 10 years na. What was your question, John? Sorry.
So could you share your background and how you and Doc Mike had gradually, how you were able to transition your focus over the past 2 years in from just earning an income to now building your asset more aggressively?
Okay, sige. So, initially, when I finished yung infertility, subspecialization in infertility and gynecologic endoscopy, I am affiliated with several hospitals and training institutions. Siguro mga 4 to 5 hospitals. And then, I realized that yung source of income would only be from medical practice. And we also intend to improve the facility in Baras Rizal. And the only way we can improve that facility is, again, from our building the income from the medical practice. And also probably filing a loan from land bank. Yun lang yung alam namin before. And we're not really interested into having or going into business such as doing new skin. Kasi ang comfort zone talaga namin yung sa hospital. So yun yung gusto namin i-build before. And kaya lang nga, sole proprietorship yung gusto ng father-in-law ko. So sabi namin, paano yan i-build yung practice tsaka sa loan. And ang alam lang din namin nun, stocks, tapos insurance, yun lang yung alam naming source. So before, when we were invited by Lester, I think Lester was the one who called me. I was just really interested with knowing about TR90. Yun lang, knowing TR90. So, nung in-invite kami ni Lester to meet up at Coffee Bean, it was a lengthy presentation. Hindi ko naintindihan yung iba except for TR90. And then, so nag-start lang talaga kami, puro TR90 lang. And I didn't know na nung after a month, when Mike did the TR90 seriously and he had good results, the following month, we became executive. So, hello? Okay ba?
Yes, go ahead.
John?
Go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead. Yes, we can hear you.
Ayan, nawawala kasi. Okay. So, the following month, we became executive. And sabi ko lang kay Mike, ang liit lang pala ng dito, ng commission. Parang the following month, sabi ko, 5% lang yung commission from each sign up sa TR90. So, ang earning 11.5. Parang ganun lang. But the good thing is, we were just able to get the free TR90, which is worth 70,000. Na I'm able to sell also. So, parang dun pa lang, na rin, malaki na din yung kinita. Pero hindi pa ako nakafocus dun sa business. Hindi ko pa rin siya nakita na possible vehicle. And until we attended the leadership boot camp in Tagaytay. I think that was May.
First.
Yun yung first. And then I listened to Dennis Ong. And he explained about the entire compensation plan. So, hindi na mukhang pwede ko itong field. Hindi siya maintindihan that time. Yung pag ng executives, hindi pa rin. So, May, sabi ko kay Mike, para college. Sabi ko, ikaw na lang mag-attend sa Saturday. I want to build the hospital there. So sabi ko, ikaw na lang mag-aral niyan yung sa business. Until, I think nakita na namin na nag-grow na siya, nung nagkaroon ng Wispan launch. Ang laki ng income nun because of Wispan. And when I attended Cash Flow and Millionaire Mind Intensive conducted by John, so mas na-open yung mind ko about linear versus leverage income, about building assets, na hindi lang pala sa insurance, sa stocks na kukuha yung income. So doon ko mas naintindihan to focus on building assets. And slowly I saw that this business has predictable results. Kasi yung after a year, tapos after 2 years, nakita na namin, basta with consistent hard work and perseverance, yung patience, yung value na na-impart nila, delayed gratification, nakita ko na pag pala na-build yung yung personality natin as a leader, makakita mo talaga yung results eventually. So yun yung nakita ko na from then on, pag pala we invest time to 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 build ourselves or to grow ourselves as leaders, magiging maganda talaga yun. Makikita mo na darating na yung results. So nung time na yun, hindi na si Mike yung nag-a-attend ng Saturday. So sabi ko, when I saw that this has predictable results, I started attending already yung BTT and I canceled the clinic in Baras na Saturday. So alam ko yung Saturday, busy day yun. Doon ka, usually maraming pasyente pag Saturday. But then I saw that this business is a vehicle for me to have that time and financial freedom. So, ang focus na namin ngayon is not just selling TR90 or retailing TR90, but building assets. Yung assets namin are the leaders. Yun yung nakita ko kasi people business siya eh. If we're able to help more people to to also be successful with or to be able to reach their goals, dun ka lang din magiging successful.
Okay. So, Doktora, so why is financial freedom important to you?
Okay, so financial freedom is important to me because once we are financially free, then I will be able to do the things I love the most. And that is, number one, spending more time with my kids. No, we love to travel, to play together. That's one. And number two, I also want to, kasama pa rin dun yung sa Baras eh. I want to build, hindi na yung hospital, but a diagnostic wellness and infertility center in Baras. That's number two. Kasi kung financially, pwede na lang ako in the hospital or dun yung practices, pwedeng pro bono. That's number three, if we're able to achieve financial freedom, mas mabibigyan ko na ng time yung prayer community namin, which is tigayan ng Panginoon. Which is ngayon, hindi pa rin namin magawa kasi nga sa sobrang busy, hindi pa rin namin siya nabibigyan ng time. So, yun lang, parang you get to enjoy what you love doing.
Thank you, Doc. Question, when you were as you are practicing OB, ilang years na po kayo nagpa-practice?
I finished residency, basta more than 10 years na siya. Yung kasama na yung sa infertility. Kasi 2005 ako nag-graduate as infertility.
Okay.
So,
did you observe how your practice?
10 years.
Were you able to observe how your practice grew year after year?
Yes. After graduating from infertility specialization, marami talaga hospital na kumuha. Kasi ang daming kailangan ng infertility specialist. So during those times, meron akong several involved. Tapos may mga nag-i-invite pa even sa Cavite, sa and the like. Madami pang nag-i-invite. So nakita ko na ang idea ko noon, pag marami kang inad na hospital, mas lalaki yung income mo. So, pag tinignan naman, possible nga, pero sobra ka namang pagod. Tsaka yung oras mo, wala din. Tapos masasta ka din sa traffic. So, parang yung net profit, hindi rin pala ganun ka-profitable kung sobrang dami. So, siguro mga 2009, I decided to resign. To resign from several institutions. Kasi parang to focus on for my kids, no, to tutor my kids and also to spend more time din dun sa Baras. Yun yung ginive up ko. So ginive up ko yung FEU, Jose Reyes. Even yung MCU na-offer na MCU, hindi ko rin in-accept na. So sabi ko kasi, pag nag-concentrate na lang ako, kunyari isa na lang, Metropolitan na lang, tapos isang government hospital na Makati, tas Baras, sa tingin ko, mas mabibigyan ko siya ng time, mas mag-grow. And nakita ko, kaya naman talaga, kayang mag-increase talaga yung income as an infertility specialist. Pero sobra kang pagod, tsaka wala ka na magiging oras sa family. Tsaka sobrang stress. Nakita ko, kaya talagang kumita ng malaki, pero magkakasakit ka at hindi mo rin may enjoy yung you will not have a time also to take a vacation. Yun yung problem nun. And then ngayon, nakikita ko din, actually hindi lang sa practice ko, kundi sa iba din, I get to talk to other OBGYN as well. So, habang tumatagal yung practice, marami na ring bagong mga OBGYN infertility specialist na nagpa-practice specialist sa Manila. So, doon nakikita ko na yung track na it's possible na pababa na rin yung income. Even after peak of your practice, pwedeng bumaba pa rin siya because of the competition in Manila.
So, your option was to thrive in your practice na malaking income.
Yun, so
Tama? Hello?
yes, kasi before, when I was starting, hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Ayan, okay na?
Yes.
Hello? Okay. Kasi before, when I was starting, I was also geared by my mentors to become an academician. Nakikita ko na yung track kasi dinadala na nila ako sa mga teaching institution, tapos they also invite me to be part of the organizing committee of Philippine Obstetrics. So nakita ko na kung gaano sila ka-busy. At nakikita ko yung track din, yung para bang mas stuck ako sa society, yung responsibility sa society, tapos more on teaching, tapos yung private practice mukhang nababawasan. Kasi sobrang kabisi. Although I also love to teach, gusto ko, nagpa-practice talaga ako. And I also want more time for the family. Kasi sabi ko, kung iti-teach ko lahat yung institution na yan, tapos may private practice pa ako, edi hindi ko na mabibigyan ng time yung si Bea at si Maha. Tsaka si Mike. So,
narinig namin si
ayun.
Bubulong.
Yeah. Tsaka si Mike daw. May nagpo-prompt. So yun yung problem.
Naka-hazard ba kayo?
Oo.
Naririnig namin yung hazard Anyway,
Off mo naman yung hazard. Okay, sorry.
So
yun yung problem talaga nun.
So siguro, Doc,
gusto mong mag
yeah, final question. Given this realization over the past 2 years, where do you see you and your family will be at in the next 5 years?
Okay, sige. So in the next 5 years, I see myself na mas limited na yung time. I still would love to practice and I will never leave my medical profession. Pero I see myself na yung nag-diversify na. So I mean, hindi lang naka-focus sa practice sa clinic, pero I see myself building more executives in different areas. Para i-grow ko talaga yung organization kasi nakita ko na yung vehicle, naniwala na ako sa kanya. Predictable siya .
Wow, that's great.
Yung may track talaga . Tama yung sinabi niyo kasi dati hindi pa ako naniniwala ng kay Lester. Sorry. So initially parang hindi ko pa siya kayang mag-grasp yung sinasabi niya. Pero ngayon nakita ko na ganito pala sa consistent lang. After 1 year, eto na. After 2 years, eto. After 3 years, eto mangyayari after 4 years. So we see ourselves in the next 5 to 10 years na mas maginhawa na sa time.
That's great.
No, yun yung nakikita ko na siguro baka yung clinic ko nun, baka kaya ko na mag-twice na lang, twice a week na clinic. And then the rest, option ko na yon whether I conduct yung business preview, health forum, or I spend more time no, with Mike. Ito na naman, with Mike.
Inuman kayo, ah. Okay.
Oo, mas relax na. Tsaka tingin ko mas marami ng liquid cash.
Wow. That's mas maraming
Kasi
people.
marami din kami sinusupport eh. So, yun yung sobrang dami ng sinusupport namin. Talagang malaki overhead. So, nakikita ko in the next 5 to 10 years, ano na siya, mas magiging maluwag na.
That's great. Looking forward to that. And not only will it be something that will benefit you and your family, but it will also benefit a lot of medical practitioners who have to compromise their family life for the sake of practice. So thank you, Doc I and Mike, for sharing. We appreciate it, and thank you for going to the side of the road to share for a few minutes. Okay, and so we'll see you as the next star creator. All right.
Yes,
Praying.
praying.
Okay, so thank you for that. Now let's move forward and process ourselves and how we have been focusing our talents. So a few more moments of reflection. Where do you put in most of your time during the week? Are you focused on building your assets or earning income? What kind of lifestyle have you achieved because of that focus? So, four types of lifestyle. Type number one, may pera, walang oras. Walang oras, walang pera. Walang pera, may oras. Or free, may pera na may oras pa. From a scale of 1 to 10, 10 is the highest. How do you rate your desire to achieve financial freedom? And last question, what timeline are you giving yourself to achieve financial freedom? So let's take another 5 minute break for us to answer these reflections to ourselves. So we'll get back to you in a few minutes. Okay, a few more seconds before we continue. Please begin finishing up. Okay, so if these reflections are important for us to be able to understand how we can realign our psychology and our actions towards the freedom that everyone desires. Okay, next. So let's talk about our declaration. Please, everyone, put your hands on your heart and declare this with me. I focus my energy on building assets. I have a millionaire mind. Okay, let's do that one more time, twice as loud. Three, two, one, go. I focus my energy on building my assets. I have a millionaire mind. Building assets, you just need to do it once, and the assets will take care of your family for the rest of your life and their lives. Third, rich people, poor people. Rich people are bigger than their problems. Poor people are smaller than their problems. What does that mean? All of us will have problems. It's just that how do we let the problem consume us, or how do we look at the problem and allow the problem to enhance us? I remember one time when I was doing a coaching session for TR90. The client was a business owner of a 500 million annual business, and they're pretty well off. And when I saw him, he arrived around 7:30 p.m. and he looked really haggard. And so sabi ko, John, mukhang pagod ka, marami bang problema? Ang sagot sa akin, John, patay lang ang walang problema. So, ano yung ibig sabihin no? Nagulat ako sa'yo, ibang klase na mag-isip mga mayaman. Kasi, para sa kanila, hindi problema ang problema. Problema is like part of everyday life. And it is not a problem because the objective is to be able to solve the problems. I have another friend who is an importer for food, and we're talking about this issue that was a problem with one of our investments. And sabi niya, pare, ano pang gagawin natin? Iyakan natin yan, wala namang mangyayari. So, kailangan tutok na tayo sa solusyon. So, the mindset is compelling. It does not include any melodrama, but just focusing on how to solve and overcome the problem. So I remember once upon a time, and until now, from time to time, I play games, computer games, cell phone games. And I remember when I play the games and I do not finish the level, I am motivated to play again in order to learn how to finish the level. Until I finish it, I will not sleep. And so for basic games, it's a matter of practice. But for games like strategy, like Angry Birds, like Candy Crush, like Plants vs Zombies, you will need to learn a new way of thinking in order to approach the level differently. So a lot of us do that in the context of playing games, and we challenge ourselves to discover the next level of performance so that we can make the previous level chicken feet and we can now move forward to the progress that we want. So, rich people are bigger than their problems because they do not focus on the problem, they focus on themselves in reference to the problem. So, if the problem is a level 5 and you are a level 2, then it is a big problem. But if you invest in yourself to grow yourself from level 2 to level 8, then a level 8 businessman will look at a level 5 problem quite easily. But then, as you grow your business, the challenges also grow. So, from a level 8, you need to grow yourself to a level 10 so that when the problem from level 5 grows to level 8, you still know how to solve them. And this is what the rich people are focused on, how to solve problems so that eventually these problems will no longer be repetitive but will be solve once and for all, and they can move on to bigger problems. So tonight we invited another sharer. She is a self-employed professional as well, and she has businesses in Palawan and in Manila, a practice here, and she has achieved together with her husband Mon, diamond executive in such a short period of time. And I want to invite this person to share because I remember she declared blue diamondship. And sabi niya, diamond muna this year. And syempre, encourage ko siya, pero hindi ko sure kung seryoso talaga siya. But then, together with Raymond, Doc Fats became not only a diamond executive, but also a star creator and a new star. So, Doc Fats, can you please join us?
Hello, John.
Hi, Fats.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello. Yes, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
I can hear you. May request raw
Ayan.
si
Okay.
Sheila kung pwede raw i-on mo yung ano mo, video cam mo.
Ayoko!
Okay.
Hello.
Shy ka ba?
Ayan.
Sige.
Oo, shy ako.
Alright. So,
Malaking, big step na to sa akin.
talaga, hindi halata. Anyway.
Oo.
Okay, so, Doc Fats, can you please share a little bit of your background and how you got started and how you became a star creator and a diamond executive?
Hello, everyone. Good evening. It's so weird talking to you. I can't see you all, but I'm Pats Calzado. I'm a practicing dentist. Actually, as of the moment, I'm in Palawan. So, LDR kami nung hobby ko dyan. Apart from my dental clinic, we were able to, Juan and I were able to establish a small business here in Palawan. And how was I introduced to the business? Actually, it was Mon, no? It was Mon's TR90. We were introduced in the business through TR90. Paano kami naging star? Kailangan ba yun, John? Lahat yun? Paano kami naging star? Siguro, despite of...
what were the problems that you encountered? And how did you solve and overcome these problems? Lalo na since a big bulk of your team is in the provinces. So maybe you can focus on a little bit on what were the problems you experienced as a starting executive, and then how did you overcome these problems, including, of course, the challenges in your practice and
when we were starting, our first partner was from Zamboanga. So, narinig niyo na siya nag-talk kanina, si Kat. At that time, ang challenge sa amin ni Raymond was how to help Kat. Siguro at that time that I really don't know what to do yet, I didn't know what to do with Kat. The only thing that I can do for her, lalo na nasa Zamboanga siya, at saka masyado siyang mainit at that time. Marami siyang events na gustong gawin. The only thing that I know is just to be there for her, because that is the only thing that I know, to support her. Because anyways, kumbaga parang I brought her into the business. Nung pumunta kami doon, habang nag-i-event siya, pinag-aaralan ko rin paano namin ginagawa. Together with Lester, we went to Zamboanga. Lester was actually parang gina-guide niya kami on what to do. I was trying to study, pinag-aaralan ko din kung paano ba ginagawa talaga. Well, that was isa sa mga challenge siguro is that I don't know how to train a partner at that time. But the only thing that I know, how was I able to overcome that, nandun lang ako at that time na kailangan ako ng partner ko. And habang nandoon, pinag-aaralan ko paano ko siya gagawin or paano ko tutulungan yung mga magiging future partners namin. Well, in the business naman talaga, siguro everyone would agree with me that the first partner that we have is like, anong tawag dito, parang yun yung time na we are also learning and kumbaga parang pangit namang sabihin na nagpa-practice, no? Pero it's more of yun yung apprenticeship program natin. Anong tawag dito? And then, siguro yung paano naka-affect sa practice ko, may practice ako sa province, so I just have to add up an extra time to go to Zamboanga kasi magkaiba Palawan tapos Zamboanga medyo malayo. Pero siguro a little bit of sacrifice, kailangan, kumbaga naisip ko at that time na konting sacrifice lang ito para kung gusto ko talagang maraming taong matulungan at saka siguro para malaman ko rin how the business really works. So siguro how did it affect my practice? Siguro yung clinic time ko sa Manila medyo nabawasan. Pero I was able to resolve that parang from working on a Saturday, kasi yung Saturday kinakain yun sa probinsya because Sunday is really family time in the province. So instead of holding clinics during Saturdays, I hold clinics every Sundays na. And then ano yung next question, John? Sorry. Hello?
So what were the
Hello?
problems? What were the problems? Tapos how did you develop yourself to become a diamond executive, able to solve these problems that you were encountering at that time?
Wait, what were the problems? Okay. Challenges siguro in building an organization in the province is that number one, wala tayo doon physically. Like in Zamboanga and here in Palawan, parang hindi kagaya sa Manila that trainings is very easy. Dadalahin nyo na lang yung sarili nyo every Saturday sa trainings. Hindi kagaya dito sa Palawan. Kung hindi pa masyadong matibay yung, or sa Zamboanga, or kahit saang lugar, pag hindi pa masyadong matibay yung leader, siguro number one challenge is that wala ka lagi to help your partners and kumbaga parang to really guide them. But I think yung anong tawag dito, yung mindset ko at the time din siguro was alam ko hindi ako nandyan everyday, but siguro yung how will I be able to help them? Siguro yung parang be consistent na parang monthly nandyan ka to conduct trainings. And siguro na-challenge din ako to really develop myself. Lahat ng trainings dyan sa Manila, kung kaya kong puntahan, pinupuntahan ko talaga. Again, yung sinabi ko kanina, yung just like what Doc I mentioned, yung Saturday is very precious yan sa amin kasi yan yung time na talagang punong-puno yung schedule. Pero I know at that time that kailangan ko rin matutunan yung negosyo para ma-transfer ko yung knowledge sa mga partners sa probinsya. So siguro yung challenge doon is that yung trainings number one, but how was I able to overcome that? Siguro attending trainings and transferring the knowledge to the people in the provinces. And then, dahan-dahan, parang I let them do it on their own hanggang sa, hanggang sa parang dahan-dahan din nilang nabibuild yung confidence nila. And then from then on, when the people started to move on their own, na parang hindi na kailangan, anong tawag dito, samahan parate, yung kumbaga parang, they already own their own, kumbaga parang yung accountability nandoon na. I think that helped us to become diamond kasi we were able to help other partners as well. So I guess yun yung kumbaga yung malaking challenge. Now, isang challenge pa siguro is that maraming mga partners na pag hindi mo nasasamahan, minsan bigla na lang silang nawawala. Now, do we get affected with that? Of course, yes, naapektuhan kami dyan. Pero the question there is, are you going to take that as parang, will it stop you from moving forward? Parang if, siguro, failure is not an option for you, siguro parang, like for us, ayoko mag-fail. Nandito na kami sa industry na ito. And I want to prove it to our partners na totoo ito. Siguro yun yung nagpa-move sa amin forward in the business. And that siguro brought us to where we are right now.
Okay. Fats, kanina na-mention
Hello.
mo na
Mm.
na isang mahirap is to get people to be accountable, to take ownership, and that was something that you learned so that you when they became independent, you were able to expand further to Diamond, right? So, can you give some tips
Yes.
on what were the things that you did specifically and where did you learn it? Yung ganong klaseng ability to help build accountability with your team, how to strengthen the ownership of your organization.
Saan ko siya natutunan? Well, siguro, anong tawag dito? The trainings really help, but I think siguro yung siguro yung pinaka mahalagang bagay na kung saan ko siya natutunan, siguro started out from yung modeling sa family namin na parang anong tawag dito, yung nakita ko sa parents ko that when they start something siguro, kailangan pag meron kang pinasok, siguraduhin mo na you take full ownership kasi para anong tawag dito, mag-succeed yung kung ano man yung pinili mong profession or um, anong tawag dito, a business venture. Another thing siguro na bakit ako naging accountable because at that time then yung parents ko were so negative about this and parang iniisip nila na hindi siya magtatagal. So I think that challenged me also. So I think yun. Yung full accountability siguro din, naintindihan ko na pinasok ko to, negosyo ko to. The partners, our mentors will only be there to help us, to guide us. Pero yung siguro yung pag-succeed or yung kung gusto nating may ma-achieve dito sa business na to, I think dapat clear muna yon sa atin at saka sa atin yun manggagaling. So, I think yung dun dun ko naisip na we have to be accountable sa negosyo natin.
Okay, thank you. May phone-in question
Hello?
tayo. Pats, may phone.
Yes.
Was there a time
Yes.
you ever felt burnt out? What did you do to pick yourself up?
Na-burn out ako? Yes, a lot of times. Siguro parang more of, siguro yung question dyan is that, inisip ko bang mag-quit? Siguro quitting was not an option for me. Kasi parang growing up, siguro, anong tawag dito? Siguro na-instill lang sa utak ko that when you start something, you have to make sure na matapos mo siya. No matter how hard it is. And when we started with the business kasi, I don't know, John, kung tandaan mo yon, it was in the Go Star Camp when I said na, I really want this, I can't sleep anymore. I'm going to do this with or without my husband at that time. Kasi magdiba, hindi naman laging sabay kayo ng partner mo eh. Pero parang, alam ko na nung time na yon maraming hardships and I embrace the hardships kasi. So, hindi ko na siya tinitignan as yung parang ganon kahirap. And I know that everything is given to us because it's, kumbaga parang pinapatibay tayo because it's preparing us for something big. So I know the challenges that I have now is preparing us for something really, really big.
So, would you say that you are bigger now than before? Than when you started?
Of course. Kasi remember when you were asking me ano yung gusto ko, ano yung ganyan, hindi ko siya masabi, hindi ko ma-declare kasi parang anong tawag dito, parang siguro nahihiya ako na mag-fail. Maybe that's the reason why I can't answer yung mga tinatanong na parang when you declare something, oh, ganito na ako by that time. Yung business na to, naturuan siguro niya ako na i-embrace yung failure and learn from it. Ngayon, masasabi ko that when I declare something, hindi ko siya ma-achieve. Alam ko na hindi pa siguro yon para sa akin. alam ko na may mga kailangan pa akong matutunan. So, siguro yung problems, I can't consider that as problems, but as siguro challenges that is honing us to become the better leader for our team.
Okay, so Fats, final question. What's in store for you?
Oh my God, kailangan talaga sabihin. Sige, sabihin ko na nga. um, sige, Blue Diamond by, 2018.
Alright.
2018, John.
Right.
Okay.
Okay lang. Okay.
Pero siguro for this year, Star Creator.
Alright. Ilan?
Well, at this point, I'm looking at yung totoo ha, one lang muna. One lang.
Sige. Installment.
Hello?
Okay, so thank you, Fats, for sharing.
Installment.
Sige.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Fats, for sharing.
Alright.
Fats is in
Alright.
Palawan. So we learned a lot, and we look forward to you and Mon becoming one of the fastest growing organizations here in New Skin. So now time for our personal reflection. Couple of guide questions. Which experience in the past did you have to learn something new to upgrade your results? Whether it's in New Skin or another field. When you found the solution, how did the previous problem seem now? What problem in your life or business are you facing at the moment? What steps can you take to become bigger than this problem? And which part of yourself do you need to develop in order to move forward to the next stage of success? So, to take another few minutes, around 3 minutes to 4 minutes, kasi late na, to answer these questions and time for quiet reflection. 3 minutes begins now. Okay. So our last wealth file is okay. This before we go for that, go for a declaration. So if you've been stopped by your problems and have forgotten that it is important for you to grow as you progress in life, we need to shout this out. Put your hands on your heart. Three, two, one, go. I am bigger than any problem. I have a millionaire mind. So whenever you encounter a problem, you want to process on what is this problem guiding you to develop in yourself. Okay. Last but not the least, rich people, poor people. Rich people act in spite of fear. Poor people let fear stop them. So it is not about whether or not fear is present, but it is about whether or not you allow fear to stop you or you keep on going even if you have fear. And I remember that there was this acronym for fear. Kasi dati ako takot rin ako mag-invite, takot ako mag-usap sa prospect, hindi pa nga top prospect, kabatch ko lang ng college, na intimidate na ako. So, and then eventually, nung na-meet ko na talaga sila, kasi kala ko i-ridicule ako, wala naman. Neutral lang sila, nakipag-usap na maayos. So I realized that fear was not well placed. So there's an acronym for fear. It's called false expectations appearing real. So maybe some of us are able to take action, but most of us are unable because we think that we're gonna get hurt if we do what we fear the most, or we let doubt stop us. I remember when I was young, we had cousins who lived in the south, and dati marami pang damo tsaka lupa doon na bakante. And when we walk, may mga aso yung kapitbahay. And yung mga aso nakakatakot kasi minsan madalas kumakahol. At ito yung na-observe ko, pag tumakbo ka, hahabulin ka talaga. And pag mas mabilis ka tumakbo, mas mabilis rin siyang habol. So I remember one time when it was a fast dog, and the dog was about to catch up with me. So I had no choice but to decide whether to run further or confront the dog. So since takot na ako at kung humarap ako parang walang dating, edi hinarap ko rin siya at nag-bark rin ako sa kanya. Tapos tinaas ko yung kamay ko. Rar, 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 rar. Na-surprise ako sa reaction ng aso. Umatras naman siya. So na-realize ko, tatakot-takot ako. Kung sinigawan ko na siya nung simula, edi hindi na siya humabol. But because I was afraid, I let my fear overrule me. I had to run. And because of that, what happened was, humabol siya na humabol. Now, some of us, what happens is when we let our fears dictate upon us, uh, our fears get stronger and stronger, and we end up becoming weaker and weaker. And so I realized eventually that if I did not confront my fears, the fears would eventually envelop me and would make me believe and trust myself less. So eventually, through this business, it gave me opportunity to overcome my fears and doubts one by one until I built my confidence, and eventually was able to act in spite of fear and overcome the challenges in this business. Tonight we have another last but not the least special sharer. This person I remember was a very reluctant leader at the onset. She did not feel comfortable in even doing the business because she said she was not a good closer. Naalala ko yun, first meeting pa lang namin. And yet, she was quite successful in her field in the pharma industry before. And there came a turning point when she decided to move forward in spite of being afraid, step up, and having self doubts. And the results after her taking action in spite of fear and self doubt created a momentum of results that have allowed them to achieve a top business builder consistently and grow to a 7 million qualifying 10 million peso circle member and entrepreneur of the year in 2013. So we invited our Emerald executive and three-star creator, Kiara C, to share her experience on how she was able to overcome her fears and self-doubt to transform to become a three-star creator who has developed also other leaders and qualifying 10 million peso circle member. So Kiara, can you please join us?
Okay, good evening. Are you still awake? Anyway, I'm Kiara C. So, short background, BS Math, cum laude, then 17 years experience in the pharma industry. I was not a teacher. I also took up masters at the Ateneo, and I was a nurse, RN second course, but never practiced as a teacher, nurse, or even oh yeah. So what did I do? I was in corporate sales the whole time, from med rep to specialist to district sales manager. So as John mentioned, I'm an achiever, laging quota. So I do the business simple lang po. I wanted to have more time with my family, with my baby Claire at that time. So yun lang po talaga reason. When I started, I was a consumer. So like what Kat mentioned, nung una, demo-demo lang, ganyan, benta-benta. Kasi bakit ganon? My sponsor is Jensen. So Liza Ignalaga was my former boss from BMS. So wala talaga akong apply. May apply na ako dito si John tsaka si Grace, but yung sasamahan ako consistently, tatawagan ako, walang ganon. So initially, I was a consumer. After 8 months, I did the business. So like Kat Malino, she mentioned na walang business side. Ako rin ganon din, puro product. So from April noon until June, part-time ako ng April, then June I became an executive. Puro product lang talaga yon. And since I was not attending trainings that much, I was an executive from June to November. So we became Lapis in November because of the Ruby training program that John did at that time. Okay? So, ano ba yung fear ko nung una? I am not a good closer. I just promote. I don't know how to sell. So I hate selling. Di ako marunong magbenta. Okay. So unlike Robin na magaling magbenta, so I immediately got the 5 sets of galvanic spa. Kasi sabi ni Robin, wag akong gumastos. If I get the 5 sets, I'll get the retail profit. Kikita ako, tapos nabayaran pa yung galvanic spa ko. So, because of that, yun, nabenta namin 5, doon kami nagsimula. So, takot ako mag-close, but sabi nga ni John, may trainings naman. So, noong una, sinamahan ako ni Grace mga 3 times. So, yung part-time, first time namin mag-present ni Robin ng walang kasama, 20 people, kinausap namin, wala kami na-close. Okay, so 2 sales managers, walang na-close. So, yun yung takot ko noong una, hindi ako mag-present kasi bago eh. And I'm so insecure about network marketing, feeling ko, ang dahil ko pinag-aralan, it's not worth it. So, marami ako insecure sa that time. But the thing is, I wanted to have more time. And since Liza Ignalaga was doing this, sabi ko, there might be more into it. So, yun. So, isa pang fear ko is inviting. Takotin ako mag-invite. For me, pag nag-invite ako dati, talagang may preparation yan. Kailangan may mood, may ambience, nag-pray pa akong ganyan. Kasi takot ako mag-invite. So, initially, I was calling just my friends or yung mga family, ganyan. Then, when I attended the Guru Ruby training ni John, sabi ni John, call top prospects. So, walang choice, we invited top prospects. So, initially, takot ako. So, what did I do to overcome it? I attended all the trainings. Okay, so dati, nung when I started, I don't attend trainings, ganyan. So, nung bandang huli, nag-attend na ako niyan kahit mag-isa ako. Saturday was a big issue because I was working din. Tapos, ayoko magpunta sa office na mag-isa lang ako, walang kasama. Si Robin, nasa bahay lang siya kasi nag-work pa rin siya noon. So, yun, it was an adjustment for me. Nung una, nalilate ako lagi. So, I mean, sobrang late dati, patapos na, ganyan. So, yun, but yun nga, yung nagseryoso na ako mag-attend, that's the time I became educated. Okay? So, the trainings really helped me develop as a person and know more about the business. So benefits, I became a better mother, a better sister, a better daughter. So I guess totally a totally better person. So if I let my fears and doubts stop me from doing the demos, kasi nga feeling ko manager ako, parang kakahiya mag-demo ka sa public ng Galvanics pa. If I let the fears and doubts and worry na hindi ko siya i-overcome, siguro right now, I'm still be working. I look old kasi I became fat after giving birth to 7 children. Okay? So, yon. So, yon. John.
Thank you, Kiara. So, I remember before you were reluctant, di ba? Parang galit ka pa yata sa akin. Sabi ko, hindi mo na pwedeng isama upline mo. Do you remember that?
When sinabi ni John na sa GoRuby na no upline, hindi pwede magdala ng upline, nagata ako kay John nun.
Okay.
Ayun.
So, nung ginawa mo na ikaw mismo nagsa-present, anong nagbago nung wala ka nang kasama upline?
Well, doon ko na-realize na in this business, the only thing na constant are challenges. Challenges and that, yun nga, challenges. So for becoming an executive is a challenge. Once you become an executive, next challenge is becoming a Ruby. Next challenge is becoming a star. Then next challenge is becoming a star creator and becoming BD. So yun ang something na consistent sa negosyong to is yung challenges. So we really need to get out of our comfort zone all the time. So this kind of trainings really helps a lot in terms of mindsetting. So John, thank you for this kind of trainings, diba?
Okay, you're welcome. So, I have a question, yung last question na lang. Yung nakaasa ka sa upline mo, anong result mo na? Lapis ba? Lapis mo?
Hindi, executive lang ako noon. Ano ba? June to November executive ako kasi nga nakarelay ako lagi. But yung start ka mag-go Ruby ng September to October, November, naglapis ako in 3 months.
Okay. So ganito, yung nangyari nung may upline ka, executive ka, tapos ang GSV mo, ilang GSV? 2,000, 3,000?
Yeah, initially, una nag-executive ako 3,000.
Okay.
Tapos nag-4,000. Nag-volume naman ako, kaya lang na mag-isa na ako, doon ako nagtumaas ng volumes.
So, yung irony is that you're afraid to do it by yourself, but when you did it by yourself, your results even became better.
Yeah.
So,
yes.
now let's not just talk about your results became better. You actually were top business builder and entrepreneur of the year and 3-star creator. So how could that be that you did not trust yourself? So what do you think about how did that experience allow you to create your success qualifying now as a 10 million peso circle member?
So anong what do you want to
ano yung
question?
hindi mo naging relevance nung nagsarili ka sa business mo? Bakit lalong gumanda yung results mo?
Actually, yung accountability. For one, Liza is based in Jensen. Si Grace, andyan, pero parang nga ka siya. But when I became accountable to my business, kasi hindi na ako humingi ng tulong, tawag-tawag na lang kay Grace, kay John, yan, kay Lisa. So, ayun, things happen. So when you do the right work and you just attend the training, of course, and do strat sessions with your mentor, malaking bagay talaga yun. Kasi they have the experience. Yeah.
And how did that affect your confidence afterwards?
Well, if you're able to help other people achieve their goals, it can actually build up your confidence that you can do the business.
Okay. So, Kara, coming from that starting point na reluctant ka, medyo takot ka, pero naging top performer kayo, 3-star creator, and now where you are at right now at this stage of your business, where do you see yourself and your family in the next 5 years?
Well, at the minimum, earning 500,000 per month. So, more time, yes. Then, I hope more than 500,000 per month. Kasi I would like to really help more people. So, right now, we're helping mataas yung overhead namin, marami tutulungan as of now. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Kiara, for sharing. And looking forward to seeing you and Robin as our next 10 million peso circle member and new Diamond executive. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, now let's process ourselves. Final reflection. What actions have you intended to do but were stopped by fear and or doubts? What fears or doubts do you have that hinder you from continuous action? What would be the worst case scenario if these fear and doubts did actually happen? Would you still be able to survive? How would you feel if you overcame these fears and did massive action? So, 3 minutes to process this last topic. All right. So before we end tonight, we'll and if you're not yet done, it's okay. You can just take a screenshot and process this on your own after our webinar. Let's just do our shout out before we give our final remarks. If you have been stopped by fear and doubts, it is time to shout this out and train yourself to become fearless. Three, two, one, go. I act in spite of fear. I act in spite of doubt. I have a millionaire mind. One more time, twice as loud. I act in spite of fear. I act in spite of doubt. I have a millionaire mind. So, with that, thank you everyone for attending. Final announcements. Very important schedules. On May 8th next week, we will have another webinar. The topic is now about Pharmanex Nutrition 101. You will learn about what are the strength of our Pharmanex portfolio and which products are for which specific health concerns. This will be done by our guest speaker, our upline, Million Dollar Circle member Blue Diamond Dennis Ong. Then on Friday, May 12 and May 13 will be our quarterly expo. This time it's going to be at SM Aura. So we will have a grand venue. So you would like to maximize this by inviting massively. And thereafter, on May 14, we will have Philip Chung, our $10 million Circle member, who will talk about the philosophy of success. That's going to be on May 14. We'll give you the details in a bit, in a few days. And then on May 20, Saturday, we will have our Ruby Training School. So you want to plot this out in your calendar already and deploy this to your respective organizations so you can maximize and promote. All right, so that is our training for tonight. We'd like to thank our sharers, Emerald Executive Kat Malinaw, Emerald Executive Doc I and Mike Matignas. We'd like to thank Fats for sharing also, and Kiara, our Emerald Executive and qualifying 10 million peso circle member. So with that, we'd like to wish everyone a productive week ahead and have a good evening.
Seems each day I so little time. The time I have, it doesn't seem mine. So much to do, so little gets done. This is going nowhere, keeps me on the run. Is there something that I can do? Through new eyes I begin to see. A new voice that's burning inside my heart. I hear it now, it begins with me. Each minute I say, it begins with me. Each change I make, it begins with me. Each mountain I climb, it begins with me.